I stay Millie living. I stay living like Millie. I stay Millie living. I stay living like Millie. What? I stay Millie living. I stay Millie.
Good boys, listen to the Hock Pacua podcast.
Welcome back to the Hock Pacua podcast. Joined here by the lovely Kevin Judge and Krista Mendelara. Kevin, Chris, how's it going, guys? I mean, we're deep into it already. This is Black Friday right now at the end of the Philly-Chicago game. So, how are you guys feeling? Almost like midweek.
Yeah, very very deep into the season, very deep into the week already. I've had a lot of players go so far. They've done all right. I think I'm about at my start of the week projection, so nothing to complain about. Just happy, get through Thanksgiving, have a great day, see a lot of family, great time.
Yeah, I mean,
Chris, how are you?
same thing. I mean, a little less points on the board for me at the moment. About just under 30 right now with Lamar, Henry, and Bates. Hoping for a little better rest of the week here, but same thing. A good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all in the Pistol PD's Fantasy League and all you guys as well. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's going to be a nice little push for the playoffs here down the stretch.
Yep. Thanksgiving, guys. This is the Thanksgiving special. Hope you guys had a good one. Hope all the Pistolpedia's fan base and family had a nice one as well. Yeah, but like we just said, there's been at least 3 players in every single matchup who have played. Some a lot more. More than half of Kevin's team in here. Chris, your matchup's close. I mean, both teams seem to be struggling right now. 111
Yeah.
to 106 projection on Friday. So, yeah, how are you guys feeling? I know, Chris, you're still at the top of the Nader division by, what is this, like 40 points. And Kevin, you're right there in the playoffs. I mean, it's 99% for you. So how do you guys feel about the spots you're in?
I think, the only thing I'm looking at this point is the bye is still alive. Even though I'm 2 games back at first with 2 games to play, the bye is still alive because I have the most points.
That's true.
So as long as I could lose or I can win the last 2, I went through this in my head earlier. The way that I get the bye is, Dean, you lose one of your 2 last games. Alex beats Robbie this week, and then both of them lose next week. And if I win out, I get the bye. So it's still possible. It's not likely, but it's something to root for.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're 7-5. We're a little hot right now. We scored a lot of points last week, so feeling good.
The bye is highly coveted. I mean, it's a free pass because you don't know what you can get from Nick's team or Chris's team or
Yep.
like me or Alex or like you don't. It's that first week is scary, and Chris, you know that a bit, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. There's a couple years there where I couldn't get out of the first round. So it's like,
Yeah.
hey, once it hits playoffs, it's a whole different thing because it's like there really is like no momentum, It's not like a real
Yeah.
like NFL team. Like it's like, hey, once you get there, you just need to have a good 3 weeks in a row. So it's it really is possible. You just really got to fight to get there, which currently for me it's kind of that same situation where I'm still fighting to get there. We don't really know if we're gonna make it. Honestly, we're limping along right now. I feel like it started at the top, like first couple weeks, we were like, all right, like we're chilling, and then just like slowly, like since the Malik Neighbors like ACL, it's just been like injury. We still have a team. I guess there's that positive at the moment. We we can fill all our spots in our lineup, but it's been a rough go for the neighborhood, I will say. There's not been much left. Especially this week where it's like, hey, you can't really take anyone for granted. Like Lamar comes out, drops 7 against the Bengals defense. I mean, honestly, after that, I don't even know if he's startable. But We'll see.
And in a game where like Cincinnati's offense was on fire with Joe Burrow, so you'd think that playing behind, Lamar would at least try to throw the ball. Like
Yeah, at
a lot of his
home
throws
too.
were
On
looking good.
like you're right. It's like I mean, there were a couple times I feel like you missed Zay Flowers. No, that's I think Will's
Yes,
got him
yes,
right.
yes.
Very very tough game for Zay, but like that basically has been pretty much I feel like the whole year with Lamar when he's been healthy. Like he had his weeks where he's been good, but um, it hasn't been MVP Lamar this year. I will say, definitely
Now,
hasn't been the same.
now one thing that has been brought up, Chris, is people talking about it. I might have been the one who started it, but basically saying, Chris has three quality, quality quarterbacks that could start on a lot of teams, and you literally have tight end one and tight end two right now. So people are asking about, and you haven't made any trades, right? So people are asking, is he gonna look at the deadline to make a move, or is he gonna roll with what he's got with people dropping like flies?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'd like to make a move if possible. Obviously, like the right move was there. Like I definitely would make it, but it's like I can't give up a Warren, a Caleb for nothing. Like I do kind of regret not trading him for Caleb for T early in the season with you. That definitely I probably should have done. But at that time, that was before I had Dak and like Lamar was already kind of injured, so it was like, all right, like am I gonna trade the only quarterback I have at the moment? I didn't know, but I wish I did. Now looking back on it, where it's like I've been stuck with it. It's tough to say like stuck because they're three great quarterbacks, like you said, but it's like it's just so tough to trade a quarterback. And same honestly, like tight end wise, like it's just tough to value them because it's like you know obviously you need one in the lineup, but their averages might not necessarily link up to like another positions like thing where it's like it is tough, but in a great place, I would like to possibly trade, a quarterback, a tight end here. It probably wouldn't be McBride. It probably wouldn't be. I mean, hey, if anybody wants Lamar, I guess. Like, but
Yeah.
it's another one where it's just the value is tough because it's like obviously his upside there. If he is healthy and their schedule, I don't think is terrible down the stretch. But yeah, it. I hope. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. We still got what a couple more days. It's what the third. I want to say December 3rd.
Yep.
So we
Yep.
got a
It's
couple more days here.
yeah, less than a week.
Yeah, Well, I'm sure we're gonna see a flurry of trades. I mean, hey, we've seen it the whole season.
Yeah, it'll be a
But
domino effect, and then yeah, people want to get in on it and trade away CMC. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Ant will lose again this week, and he'll blow up his team for like the fifth time this year.
yeah. I mean,
yes,
hey, there's a lot of games still to be played Sunday. Like someone could spit, get suspended.
yeah, yeah. This deadline might be who gets CD. So um, Kevin, you made the first blockbuster of the year with Ant, and you've had your ups and downs since your huge win against Aiden in like week 8. You lost by 2 to me, lost by 1 to Alex, and then last week by 10 to Robbie. Well, 2 weeks ago. So you've been through it in our division, and then you got the huge statement win against Will to kind of be like, all right, you little bro, you sunned him, Uh, yeah, you had to be like, you know what? I'm not going to lose to every team in my division. So right now it seems like your Rags Gritty is on course. Um, Rags, Chris, you good? All right. Rags Gritty's on course. I'd be surprised if you don't take this week with Amon Ra out for Nick and your guys kind of going off more than half of your team so far. So, but anything can happen. So, how do
Of
you
course.
feel going into it? I know you already said that you're going for that number 1 seed, so the confidence level is high, right?
Yeah, I mean we had a 3 week stretch after I got Puka Nakua and Jameer Gibbs where Cam Scadaboo got injured out for the year. Tucker Kraft got injured out for the year, both mid game. And then Aronde Gadsden, my replacement for Tucker Kraft, got injured mid-game, and that kind of hindered how many points I could score in those 3 weeks, and that resulted in me getting 3 straight losses, which doesn't look good. But when I made the trade, was looking to get immediate points, and I was looking at this time of the year where I'd have Puka Nacua and Jameer Gibbs in my starting lineup, because at the time I was 5-1, so I could afford a couple losses. I probably didn't want to get this many losses. You hate losing close games like that, but I'm still in a position where these guys can help me in the playoffs, and still not out of the bye. Yeah, feeling good this week. Still, most of my stars have played. Jalen Hurts didn't play too well. Jameer Gibbs didn't play too well, but when your third star is Rashee Rice, he can pick up the slack and score 30 points for you.
True. Rashee Rice, huge pick for a lot of people in fantasy this year, who took the chance to see if it was worth it to not have him for.
It was very worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we don't got anything, if we go right into it, we'll start with a matchup that none of us are in, which is Ant versus Aiden. And right now, Aiden is projected to crush him, but he has most of his team to go. So if someone wants to take this and kind of analyze it, what you guys think, and kind of what you think for both guys heading into the playoffs, where they'll be, what spot they'll be in, because this is a big Mayo Watch matchup.
Oh, of course. I think, first of all, hats off to Aiden. If his decision was between JMO and Devonta Smith, that's an incredible start. I didn't know when I recommended him to start JMO on Thanksgiving, I didn't know it was between him and Devonta Smith, but it worked out perfectly. JMO got 27, Devonta Smith has 10 with a minute left to play in that game. So, stuff like that can win you weeks. And if Aiden wins this week, he's not out of the playoffs yet. He could sneak in if Nick has a little bit of a blunder down the end of the last couple games. But looking at the actual matchup, I do think Aiden will eventually get the win here. You know, and he was my week 2 shot in the dark Mayo Bowl pick, and I'm trying to stick with that. It kind of feels like a great call at this point, and I think Aiden's gonna get the win here.
Chris, what do you think about Ant and Aiden, about their matchup right here?
I mean, hey, like I love seeing a nice little like Ant being a little on the edge here. Like honestly, it seems like this is every year where it legitimately is. Like I know he like makes the joke like, "Oh, I'm just trying to win like so I don't get in the Mayo Bowl." Like, bro, I mean, it's legitimately every year. Like it doesn't matter the players he has, like what trades he makes, like he still ends up in the same spot. So like I think it's hilarious. Like no offense, Ant, but I think it's hilarious that it's back to this and like the fact that like also their teams aren't like bad. Like honestly, like with their records, you'd think it's like they'd have a matchup like honestly like me and Kevin Hall's like projections right now. But then you like look at their projections, and it's like Aiden's projected like 130. Like I know Ant's projected 115 right now, but it's like Goddard had a bad game. Like hey, like there's still a lot of guys to play. Like I mean, hey, I don't expect much out of Kenneth Gainwell, but he's playing the Bills defense. It's like hey, honestly anybody can do anything against that defense. It seems like so. It's very possible. Like that game could kind of go either way. I'd also like to see Ashton Genty kind of give someone else the business for once. Like considering his top 2 games of his career so far have been against me, I'd like, that would be nice. But like, yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna sit back, popcorn, like Sunday, and watch some nice Pistol Petey's fantasy football here. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna be an action-packed couple of weeks here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys just said it there. Both teams have most of their guys left to go on Sunday and some on Monday. Anything can happen. I really hope and think that Marv doesn't play on Sunday, because I'd love the Michael Wilson Linsanity run to keep going. I don't know how you could come back from appendicitis, from appendix surgery that quick. But we'll see. And the thing you said about their teams being good. Aiden's team, like he's been building up for this specific thing. Like he's been saying, like
Yep.
he's been getting ready for the end game here. And looking at his bench, I mean, like Cortland Sutton's been here and there, but he now has the liberty to like bench guys like Devonta Smith, who are like fine flex options week to week. Juwan Jennings is actually the wide receiver one for San Francisco, which kind of ruined my plans with Pearsall. And he potentially has the Saints running back down the road because I didn't see exactly what Kamara's reports were, but he was listed out like right away by their coach. So Devin Neal, and he's finally got an NFL headshot before he had his college shot. So he might be the real deal down the road. I mean, Aiden's scary if he does end up being in the Mayo Bowl, but I don't know. I think he can get the win this week, and the way my team has been to me, I think he has a chance next week against me. His team is looking nasty, but yeah, that not to say that Ant's team isn't good. Anyone that Will plays in the Mayo Bowl is gonna put up a fight. So yeah,
I will say, I'm just
The-
realizing and is starting Gainwell over Jalen Warren. Kind of forget he
and he
has
did that
both.
last week. Yeah,
That's interesting, but
he's definitely been better recently. And if MHJ can't play, it'll be Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren in the lineup probably for Ant.
yeah, I don't think you're going to see Brian Thomas in there, even though he is playing the Titans.
yeah. I
Right?
mean, I'd
Not
probably go
Mooney?
Mooney. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mooney against the
Mooney.
Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It is
I
the
mean,
Jets.
there's no London, I think,
So
too. London's out, so
hmm
I mean,
Big for my matchup.
yeah, I mean Mooney, thinking about it, who's he going to get guarded by? Probably Stevens, Quantez Stiggers,
yeah,
maybe the boy.
My
like
goat.
like what?
Yeah,
That's what it's
nah,
come to.
it's true. Ant's got a couple matchups there, honestly, you could go. So, even if Marvin's out, I think he'll be fine. It's just, he's got to make the right decision there. You know, I do the same thing. I'm sitting 40 points on my bench, so happens.
Yeah, and then we move to two teams battling over the number one seed with me and Kevin on their ass here. It's Robbie versus Alex, and Alex is projected for a lot now after Mahomes' big game, but he has his whole team left to go. So at this point, it could probably go either way. So yeah, what do you guys think of this one?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. At first, I was thinking it could go either way. Mahomes had a really good game, almost 30 points on Thanksgiving. But it's just really hard to compete with, Christian McCaffrey and Jackson Smith and Jigba on the same roster. And it's not like Alex's team is just those two players and then nothing else. He's still got Brees Hall, Nico Collins, Emeka Egbuka. So, he's got guys to fill in the gaps between those two superstars. So I think he'll end up winning this week, and I need him to win this week, so that's why I'm predicting him to win. And we've seen Jonathan Taylor and James Cook kind of slow down here towards the end of the season. So it'll be interesting to see, the next 2 weeks and then in the playoffs because both these teams have already clinched. If that turns around to what it was early in the season where they were scoring 20, 30 points every game. And then Robbie's receivers also are a little bit iffy, especially if Justin Jefferson. You don't know what you're going to get with Max Brosmer at the quarterback, and you already know you're not getting anything with JJ McCarthy as the quarterback.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah, that at the beginning of the week I thought this would be close, but the more and more you look at it, I feel like Alex might run away with this one.
do you think
Yeah.
that created player will be better than 9 for JJ?
I mean, it's not a hard bar to clear, but he was undrafted for a reason, and JJ was starting over him for a reason, so he could be even worse.
Yeah, it's true. I have seen some advanced stats that McCarthy was either last or bottom five out of all quarterbacks since 2000 or something. It honestly it might be tough to get worse. He might just be somewhat like bad, but like that might be better for Jefferson's case there, possibly. But yeah, I mean it's like you just look at this matchup and there's just so many stars, honestly. Like both sides, like it's tough. Like I mean, a team like Alex is like everything pretty much Kevin said. Like I mean, it's not just McCaffrey and JSN there. It's you got Nico who's been quiet. It's almost like a sleeping giant. Like you think at some point he's going to get awoken. Stroud's coming back too. I know he's coming back from injury, but like, hey, if he could find anything like his rookie year, right? Like they're in a better spot. Obviously, Brees, like terrible team. Like as much as I love my Jets, like terrible team, but like he's the offense at the moment. Like Garrett Wilson's out, sadly. So he is the offense. Like and Egbuka, like I mean, until Evans and Godwin are full strength, like Egbuka is still going to be probably good. Like, I know lately he hasn't been, but they've also been a little shaky. The Buccaneers the last couple of weeks. Um, just not even like shaky like win wise, but like I mean, Sean Tucker dropped 32 a couple weeks ago. Like, where was that out of? Like, like,
Yeah.
so it's like you never really know. And then on the other side, exactly like Kevin was saying, like Taylor, Houston's got a great defense too. I will say, very good defense. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them in a passing script there where they got to just get the ball in the air. James Cook against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh I feel like you never see them in a high scoring game. Like I honestly can't tell you the last time I've seen a Pittsburgh Steelers game where they've like scored above 30.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know. And obviously Jefferson McConkey, like values there, just don't know. So like I do kind of think it's going to be an Alex week here. You know the obviously if Robbie's going to win, it's going to be a big Taylor Cook week, but um, I don't know if they're going to be dropping 40 on this one, I will say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, um, they've been slowing down, like Kevin said. Um, Alex is only two guys in his lineup that are in the red for matchups are the guys who the matchups don't matter, which is CMC and JSN. They get force fed the ball every single game, uh, in all aspects. And before Alex made that trade with Kevin Hall, I was like, all right, like you know we are the best division on the Alex side. But I was like, we're all kind of equal. We have we have the same like top and bottom, and now like Alex's team, man, with CMC, JSN, Nico, Ibuka, Brees, like it's just so gross. Next
He's
to
got the two
Robbie's
best
team,
players.
that is
Yeah.
and then Robbie's team like is still a a volcano that could just put up 180 whenever in any round of the playoffs. So that's another like dangerous team if he loses the number one seed in the first round for whoever's unlucky enough to have to play him for that potential there. So this could go either way. I'm gonna have to go with Alex as well here. Uh, just with the start of Mahomes is probably gonna a little preview of what the rest of his lineup's gonna do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's almost
So
like
and that
And
keeps
when
the number one
Mahomes gets
alive. That keeps the number one seed alive for everybody.
yeah, when Mahomes gets 30 like that, I mean, Christian McCaffrey and JSN are probably going to combine for 50. So you're already at 80, 85 points before the
Yeah,
majority of your team even played.
yeah, yeah. And it looks like in all actuality, the number one seed is probably going to be Robbie or Alex, depending on this matchup here. Um, Kevin, you need to win out, and you need moving parts. I don't have the points for, and Alex and Robbie are just each one or two wins away from clinching that. So this is a big one. This is one of the biggest ones, and yeah, those two matchups are of crazy Mayo and number one seed implications, and yeah, we'll move here to the Kevin Hall, Chris Amendolara matchup. Chris, this has been a bit of a stinker for both here. But what do you make of it? What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think you could pull it out?
I mean, I think like my team has the ability to do it. I don't know if I trust them to actually do it. That's the kind of thing I'm at here, where you know, I go into the week thinking they're gonna be in a good spot, thinking I'm starting the right guys, and then it gets to whenever their kickoff is, and it kind of goes the exact other way. Like, I mean, Lamar against the Bengals, I was like, all right, this has got to be a get right week. Like, there's no way under 10. Um, and he did it again. So I'm hoping, like, Quinshawn is kind of the opposite way, where he's been bad, and he has a better week, but like it's gonna be tough for him to kind of do anything against that Niners defense. I think, especially with how bad the Browns actually are as a team, and seeing what DeAndre Swift just did today, kind of wish I started him. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm going to need a lot out of my pass catchers here. I mean, my wide receivers, my tight ends, considering I'm starting both of them probably. Going to need a lot out of them. Could use some Broncos touchdowns on defense, I mean, hey, Mariota starting at quarterback. Like, I think that's a possibility. But, on the other side, like, hey, and that's the other thing too. Like the guys that Kevin's had play so far didn't. Javante had a solid week. Worthy 11 technically outscored his projection. Ferguson just missing his projection. It's pretty much about what they were expected around the board. So it's really kind of just up to my guys here. Someone's got to outperform their projection if I'm going to win. Basically, that's pretty much where it's at. But we'll see how it plays out. Got a lot more games this week, so I hope. I hope for my playoff sakes.
Kevin, what do you think about it?
Yeah, this is really big for Chris and for Kevin Hall's playoffs. The winner of this has a really good chance to make the playoffs. I'd say if Chris wins this one, I think he clinches, right?
Probably.
Because the third place team in your division would be 5-8, and no matter what Nick does, you'd either get the
Yeah.
2 or the 6.
Well,
So
that's
yeah.
true. Actually, I didn't even think
So if
about
Kevin
that.
loses, I think you and Nick probably both clinch, regardless of your outcomes, because of your points advantage over him. So yeah, this is the end of the season for Kevin Hall. I don't think he has a very good team right now. I think if he ends up in the Mayo Bowl, he will likely lose the Mayo Bowl. And that's kind of because of his transactions throughout the year. I mean, he went from having running backs of CMC, James Cook, and Brees Hall, and now his running backs are Travion Henderson, Javonte Williams, and Omarion Hampton, which is just a complete downgrade.
Yeah.
And from that, he's gotten no wide receivers.
I was gonna
He's
say.
got an average tight end, and he's got an average quarterback. So, like, where did the downgrades at running back go to improve anywhere else? They didn't improve anything.
No, you're
So
not wrong.
that's kind of what's gotten him in this position. I mean, he loses here, Aiden wins, and then let's say Aiden wins next week and Ant wins next week. He's playing against Will in the Mayo Bowl. So, it's put up or shut up time.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's got the roster to back it up.
Yeah, and just looking at his lineup here too, like he's still going Travion and Ramondre, like at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, like relying completely on the Patriots to just like do what the Bears did today somehow. But when you look at when I look at this, I mean, Chris, your guys have been so far been under projections. I could see you winning this like 104 to 98. Like, just looking at kind of, who he's like. Quentin Johnston has 2 donuts in the past couple weeks. Travion and Ramondre, it, like I said, relies on the Patriots, like really pushing the run game completely, because, I mean, most likely it's one of them, like Travion scoring hopefully 20, and then Ramondre maybe with 6. Like, I mean, the upside's just capped there in my opinion, and his bench isn't, it's like what did, like Kevin said, what did you do to, you know, what did you get back for like
Yeah,
all of those guys? Like you trade CMC, and then you look on the bench, it's like, oh, he must have like guys who like are out or on bye. It's just Omari and Hampton, man. Like that's it. That's the only one who's gonna make this lineup better moving forward. So,
It's
um,
true.
I mean, Debo getting Jaden Daniels back might be a plus for him in the
hmm
Mayo Bowl if he's in it. But
Yeah.
other than that, like there's really nothing else to look forward to. And you know he was in Mayo Watch for like the first half of the season, came out of it and got a lot of people, including myself, to believe in the playoff run, and then
yep,
made the CMC trade. And like a lot of us, have already said, you know that those playoff hopes are most likely over, especially if you basically knock him out this week, Chris, by beating him here. So yeah, I think Chris, you're gonna beat him in a in a
Yeah.
rough way. Saying
Yeah.
beat where I don't know if you're gonna score over 110 with Lamar doing what he did to you, but you obviously could. So
Hope.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's even like the thing back on the trade. I mean, like McCaffrey, like even if you're in Mayo Bowl contention before, like you know, even if you're the last place team, I feel like you keep McCaffrey just because he could win you weeks. He could straight up win you the Mayo Bowl by
yeah.
himself in a way. Yeah. Hey, I hope we pull through. Let's go neighborhood.
I could have understood the trade more if he got like one or two like impact starting receiver type of guys that like you could pencil in for like 15, 14 points per game. But he's got Xavier Worthy, Quentin Johnston, and Debo Samuel as his wide receiver options. So
Yeah,
that's worst in the league, maybe worst I've ever seen in the league. It doesn't get much worse than that.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, like trading CMC basically, for a tight end whose best days are way behind him fantasy wise with both Pickens and CD there. And
Yeah,
like when you're trading CMC and you're just getting Javante and then hopefully Hampton down the road and you're not getting any wide receiver help with the wide receiver room he has. It's just, yeah, it's a little confusing there.
hmm
Yeah.
Like if you took in that exact trade, if you added Nico Collins, it would probably make a lot more sense to both sides.
yeah,
But now it's just Alex blew him out of the water in the trade, and he's reaping benefits.
yeah. It's true. It's true.
Unfortunate for the first year Pedia, but we wish him well.
It's true.
Hey, he's not in the Mayo Bowl yet. He's still
Yeah.
got a chance to
There's
get
still
out
a
of it.
chance. He still very well could beat me. My team has not been performing like they should. I will say.
It's not over. Yep.
Not over.
It's not ogre, like he would say. Moving on to the other Kevin. Kevin in this call. I mean, you got
West.
Nick this week. Your team has, they've all put up double digits. You only have four slots left, including your defense and kicker. So, yeah, I mean, you're basically done, and it's Friday.
Yep.
And Nick has 40 points out of Saquon, AJ Brown, and Amon Ra, who was hurt after like I don't know how many plays that was. Um, yeah, what are you? How confident are you to pull this one out and keep the road to the number one seed alive?
I'm pretty confident. Jameer Gibbs not doing great kind of hurts, but that's probably a product of Amon-Ra being out. You'd think if Amon-Ra was there, both of them probably end up doing better, so that's probably kind of a wash. Um, Jalen Hurts threw two touchdowns to AJ Brown just 30 minutes ago, so that hurts. But Saquon missed his projection by 12 points, so it's also kind of a wash. Nick's got some dangerous players here. He's still got Brock Bowers, still got Jackson Dart. I think the Giants might limit his rushing ability though for the rest of the season since he's had all the concussions. So I do think I'll end up getting the win. And we mentioned earlier the Texans defense. They're only projected 5 points, but the last 4 weeks I think they've gone over 10. So I think they're the best defense in the league, and their playoff matchups are very good. So I was very excited to get them on the waiver wire this week.
I was waiting for them to not get claimed because they were playing the Colts, and I went on waivers at 12:30 a.m.
Yep.
Pacific time, and they weren't there, and I was like, "Yep, of course, Kevin picked them up." So I had to revert to picking up the Eagles because
Yep.
they play Las Vegas round one of the playoffs. So
Yeah, Colts and Chiefs back to back for the last 2 weeks, not great. But then I think it's Arizona, Las Vegas, and the Chargers through the playoffs. So,
yeah,
I don't have to worry about a defense for the rest of the year. They're just going to stick in my spot.
yep,
It's true. Yeah.
smart. Chris, who do you have here?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much for Kevin. I mean, obviously, like, Hurts missed his projection, but I mean, I think at this point, pretty much best case scenario. You got the Watson TD on Thanksgiving. You got the Rice double on Thanksgiving. Same thing. Gibbs missed his projection, but like, you know, hey, with what's going on the other side as well from both of the guys that you had in the same game, like, I think it's pretty much best case scenario so far. And Nick, same thing. I've seen Brock Bowers do it. He did it to me. So I definitely can't say it's over. But I think this is about a best case scenario start for Kevin here. And a big win would help me. Considering if I win too, it would give me that number one in the Nader division. But yeah, hey, we need it. Me and you need to win this week, Kev.
I think I have the playoffs basically clinched, whether I win or lose at this point. I don't
Yeah,
think, like, if I lose both my games, I don't think Kevin Hall can make up the point difference between us,
yeah,
and that's the only person that could tie my record, knock me out of the playoffs. So I think regardless, I'm either pushing for the 1 seed or ending up in the 4 or 5 or 6 seed.
yeah. Absolutely. No, I think you're pretty much set up here. Just depending on seating. That's pretty much what you're waiting on. Hey, I mean, you never know. Buy's still available.
The buy is still available. Either I want to get either the buy or I want to get that 3 seed.
Yeah,
It's
play the
huge.
number one team or play the team in the Nader division.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier. If you're the 3 seed, you play back to back teams in the Nader division. You don't
Oh,
even play the Alec division until you get to the finals. So
oh.
it's the spot to be.
Hey, you want me, Kev?
If you don't get the buy, it's the spot to be.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I mean, in this one, I think it'll be. I think if Nick doesn't get a 40-point game out of Bowers, it's going to be tough. With Kevin, you have almost 100, and you still have Puka and Gadsden and your defense and kicker. I mean, it's going to be tough for him to make up points here with Nick's high upside guys already done in Saquon, Amon-Ra, unfortunately, and then AJ Brown doing his part. But like you said, with Dart being capped, maybe ETN is ETN. He'll, on a good week, give him 15 to 20. Olave is in a bad offense. He's like another
He's been doing
15
well though.
guy. Yeah, I'm saying like I can't see Olave like having a 35
Yeah,
week. Like
he PPR scams his way to like 15 every week.
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying with there. And it's really just Bowers. And I know I think Kevin's gonna get the win here, and it's gonna be top four in the Alec division in the playoffs, and it's most likely gonna be Chris and Nick, no matter regardless. But you never know. Kevin Hall can upset Chris and shake things up here with
Yeah.
Kevin you beating Nick this week if you do.
Hmm.
But yeah, it'll be tough for him to come back from that deficit. And yeah, that brings us to the final matchup of me against Will, which Will's woes continue with .6 from Zay Flowers last night. So yeah, I guess I'll keep it going. Talking about our own matchups. I mean, it's still not over. Jamar was like he was okay for Jamar. 18 is whatever. It's not like what I traded for, but I'm not complaining, especially with Joe Burrow back and no T Higgins. Like what? But still.
Yeah.
Um, Iosivas had to get his touchdown. Hudson had to get his touchdown.
So bad.
um,
I hate it. I hate
I'm
it.
surprised they didn't get Tinsley a touchdown.
yeah,
They tried their
yeah,
very, very best. Like everybody but
yeah.
Jamar Chase. As someone who bet on Jamar
And
Chase.
Zay Flowers had to fumble on a Mark Andrews drive where he got 2 receptions to bring his total to 8.7. But yeah, I mean, this is one of the only matchups where like only 4 players have played on both sides combined. So it's still going to be decided on Sunday, still unknown. He still has Daniel Jones, even though he's going up against Houston. He has Achane against the Saints. Kittle has become Brock Purdy's favorite target outside of CMC. So, yeah, I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing at running back. I mean, I hate what I'm hearing from Todd Bowles about Bucky. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a 3-headed dragon. Like what? Like what are we doing? And like
Yeah.
my other option is to start like Aaron Jones with that made up guy at quarterback for Minnesota. So I don't even know. I mean, I'm not declaring a victory at all. So I don't know. I'm confident though. I think I could be well, but there's a lot of factors that go into this. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm unfortunately rooting on your downfall this week,
yeah,
Dean, for the good of the league, and I want to keep I just need you to lose one because I feel like I think my points advantage on you is
it's
kind
a
of
lot.
almost at 100.
Yeah,
So if you
last week
lose and
killed
we
me.
have the same record, yeah, I think I've got you at least, and then I just got to worry about Robbie and Alex. So I'm hoping that you lose this week for that reason, and for the reason that Will winning makes the Mayo Bowl much more wide open next week, and I think the whole league would want that.
All
So
right, yeah, sure.
Of course.
keep it open. We don't want to lock somebody in. We want to have both spots open going into the games next week. Just make it complete chaos. Everybody on the edge of their seats.
Noted, noted.
That would be great. I will say, just as a viewer standpoint, that would be hilarious. But
All right, if I lose, it'll be for the people then. So
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
exactly,
Just
yep,
just
exactly.
bench everybody.
yeah,
Yeah, you just gotta let it happen. But
Go for the 6 seed.
yes.
try to do first
Underdog
race.
story.
Exactly. But I mean, as it is, like, I mean, Bucky, like, you don't know what's gonna happen there with Bucky, but like, it's you traded for him, and you know what he can do. So it's something where it's like, you're probably gonna start him in that case, and like, uh, as Will's team, I mean, Zay Flowers, like again, Ravens as a fellow Ravens owner, not great, not great. And like looking at the rest of the team, I mean, Daniel Jones, like he's going against that Houston defense we've talked about. But like, wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of the old Daniel Jones, which has started to kind of
Broken leg
creep
too.
out. Yeah, exactly. That I saw the broken fractured fibula. It's like
Yeah.
respect, but I don't know what he's doing. And then yeah, HN. I mean, HN against New Orleans. That's just like I feel like perfect matchup. Like legitimately best running back against like one of the worst defenses. Like that's where he's gonna get a lot of his points this week. You know, rest of it might be a little rough. I mean, Troy Franklin probably should be able to kill that Washington secondary. Washington does not really have much of a secondary, but Wandale might end up getting shadowed by Gonzalez. You know, just assuming best receiver, best cornerback. Kittle, I could see San Francisco being up big, not really passing the ball at some point, and you see a lot of blocking Kittle this week. That's very possible. You know, on that Dean side, I mean, Bijan again. That's kind of like that HA matchup, just really good running back against really bad defense. Like, you could see 45, 50 points there. And same really with Bo as well. So I would say you got this as well this week, Dean. But I always up to see some fireworks last week of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. And I'm basically out of the 1 seed now with my points 4, so whatever. Um, yeah. So, we've been touching on playoffs, Mayo Bowl potential. So, since we're very late in the season, only 1 week after this, um, for Mayo Watch, I guess we'll just go with what you guys project the final rankings to be. So the 6 teams in the playoffs, the 2 teams that escape the Mayo Bowl, and the 2 teams that are in the Mayo Bowl. So whoever wants to take a crack at that.
I can go ahead. Starting with the playoff teams, you've already got four that are set. You've got the four teams at the top of the Alec division. Myself, Dean, Robbie, and Alex. Just a matter of seeding at that point. So I guess I'll go with myself at the one. I think Chris will get the two with the other bye. Then
Yeah.
you've got I think in my made up scenario, I think that Alex would then have the three, Robbie would have the four, Dean would have the five. And then I think Nick's the talent on Nick's team is going to prevail in the last week, and he'll end up with that sixth spot. From there, I think I made the prediction going into week two when Ant was 1-0 on the podcast. I said Ant would be in the Mayo Bowl, so I feel like I have to stick with it. Ant is going to be the 9 seed for the first time instead of getting the 7 or the 8, and I think he's going to be playing Will in the Mayo Bowl. And it's going to be very entertaining.
That that will be great. I will say that a Will and Mayo Bowl would be scenes. I would be edge of my seat. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I will say, I guess for my predictions here, I will say I think Alex is gonna get that 1 seed. Just the power of that team, and he does play Kevin Hall next week, so I don't think he's gonna be losing. Um, so
No CMC though.
yeah, you never know. That it's possible. It's very possible.
Hmm.
I lost to the Genting and Kamara at his worst. So anything could happen here. So I will say though, Alex at one. I'd say probably my 2 seed. I guess it's tough to predict myself, but I guess I got to be confident. I got to go with neighborhood. I think we're gonna find a way to pull it out. They know they got to defend the 3-peat here, or the 2-peat here. We got to go for that 3-peat. So, I'm hoping down the stretch we have a big playoff run. But 3 seed, I think it ends up being Robbie. But does Robbie have the points on you, Kev?
No, I got it.
You do have the points.
But he's got
But
two
he does
games
have
on
the
me,
2 wins.
so
Yeah, he has the 2 wins. So that's where I think it probably ends up being Robbie at the 3. I could see Kevin, you being at the 4. Dean, I would think you at the 5. With I'd say Nick at the 6. I don't think Kevin Hall is going to get that last playoff spot. I will say, and I don't think the same for Ant. I honestly think it just because he's got the game on him too right now. Kevin Hall, and there's yeah, I'd say I'm gonna predict that Kevin Hall misses it. I think Aiden's gonna find his way out, and I think the same thing. I think it ends up being an Ant Will Mayo Bowl. I think it's gonna be the same.
Aiden pulls off the miracle run.
Just the team. He's got the power. Again, if
Yeah.
GMT's scoring points, he does have that power. And this game
Yep.
this week against Ant is huge. If I'm gonna predict he's gonna win that, I think I gotta predict he's got to get out of here.
I
It's a
think that
big
would be
one.
a three game win streak to end the season for Aiden to escape the Mayo Bowl. Maybe a 4 game win streak. I'm not sure exactly what his record was, but
That would be
yeah,
electric.
just get hot at the right time.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. You're not wrong.
Yeah, I have it as Alex at the 1. I think he's going to take that, which will force Robbie down to 3, and myself at the 4, Kevin at the 5. Even though whoever's at the 4 or 5 doesn't matter, you play each other
Yeah,
regardless.
It's all about home
Um,
field.
it's not where you want to be.
It's not where you want to be. That's a death death match. And then Chris, I think you get the bye here. You're gonna get the number 2. and it's going to be Nick at the 6. So I think how the playoff bracket looks now, I think those are the teams that are going to be in it. It's going to be a challenge for Kevin Hall to get there, but it is possible. And I think the Mayo Bowl is going to be Saquonda Forever, Will, versus Saquonda haters' favorite team, Aiden. And that's I think it's hard for Aiden to get out of the points for category on Ant,
Yep.
just because I do play Aiden next week, and I'm not being cocky that I'm gonna crush him, but if you look at his team next week, he does not have Drake May, does not have Hunter Henry, does not have Rico Dowdle, does not have Juwan Jennings, even though he wouldn't start for him, but it's just that his team isn't bad without all those guys. It's just I'm hoping that my team will be where I wanted it to be after this trade I made with Ant, where Bucky's like full throttle. Jamar's back with Burrow 100%, and yeah, I mean Aiden could beat me, but he's gonna have to pick up a quarterback.
Defense.
If Amon-Ra plays, you don't know what you get from Jameson Williams at the flex.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough for him. He could do it because Ant does play you, Kevin, next week, which is a rough matchup for him. So it is possible for Aiden to get out of it, but I think for him to get out of it, he'd have to win out, and just because of the points for. So, but either Mayo Bowl is a fun watch.
Yeah.
Will or Aiden will. So
Yeah, part of my fantasy land is that I beat Ant next week. So then if Aiden wins this week, I think as long as Will doesn't win back to back, Aiden is free. So
yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So yeah, that's our predictions. That brings us to the Hock Pacua parlay, where
yes,
each of
sir.
us pick one leg of something we think could happen. Last week it hit. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like Andy Borigalis, however you say his name. How do you say
Ant's favorite kicker?
Yeah, Andy
Yep.
Borregales point like over in points, so it wasn't even bettable, but he got it. I think it was a Devontae Adams touchdown and someone else, but it did hit, and so that was like the first time in a while that the HPP hit. So yeah, if you guys each have one leg, it could be random, it could be whatever. So whoever wants to go with that.
Yeah.
I've got my pick picked out, so I can go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm thinking with the Chargers playing the Raiders and Omarion Hampton being ruled out, I'm going with Aronde Gadsden touchdown.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. I like
All right.
that. I guess hey, thinking about it, like, I don't hate that throw. I think I might match you with the tight end there, and I think I'm gonna go Trey McBride touchdown here in the Buccaneers.
Can we go all
Cardinals
tight ends?
game. Yeah. Little tight end parlay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me switch mine. We'll go all tight ends here.
Well, what'd you have? I'll throw them both.
All right. I'll keep it. I had a Cortland Sutton anytime touchdown because
Ooh.
Bo Nix is going to give it to him. He's not giving it to Troy Franklin. Will. This is not Troy Franklin week. It's Cortland Sutton week. So you got to learn, dude. So yeah, that's the HPP.
Yes, sir. All touchdowns. Hey, I like it.
Love
Yeah.
it.
I think that's very
Yep.
possible. I'll be placing it.
Yeah. So that's pretty much a wrap. If you guys have anything if you guys want to, real quick analyze the outlook of the trades of last week, the trade Ant and I made, the trade Kevin Hall made with Alex. I mean, we already touched a lot on the Kevin Hall trade, so mainly the Ant one. One thing I wanted to say is that trade's working well for Ant. I mean, last week it gave him the win. It got him the win. I mean, with Josh Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson and Devontae going off, that got him the win over Alex, which was much needed. He'd be in a tough spot if he lost last week, and yeah, everyone gave him shit for it, and I might have traded the Green Bay backfield and Devontae for just Jamar for the near future. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that.
I would say if Devontae doesn't go off this week, which I mean he scores a touchdown almost every week, so it's basically guaranteed he's going to get like 15 points. But if he has a bad week this week and Ant ends up losing, it's going to look like a lot of Ant's trades where it kind of blows up in both teams' faces for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then we'll see if it turns out well for you in the playoffs. But at that point for Ant, he'd basically be in the Mayo Bowl. So
That's true. No, that's true. I feel like a lot of those Ant trades are like he's looking for instant satisfaction here. And like
he got it.
Yeah.
He's gotten it multiple times.
It seems to work here and there, but like same thing. Like I mean, hey, like you definitely got the best player in that trade. Just upside wise, value wise, everything wise. In Jamar, and it's like, hey, I mean, you ended up with what 1 and 2 in the draft from this year, technically.
Yeah,
Like I know, obviously, like not thinking back to like not the draft
That's
picks
true.
or anything now, but like wild to think of that. Like, yeah, like like Jacobs, great player, like Green Bay backfield, great, but like honestly, what I've seen from a lot of that Green Bay team is like they two different teams. Like you don't know which one's gonna show up. You don't know who's gonna like even if they do show up, you don't know who's playing it. Like, outside of Jacobs is obviously their only like real definite, but like wide receiver wise, you don't know who's getting it. Tight end wise, obviously now with Kraft being out, like, so I don't necessarily hate that shot of getting off on that Green Bay team. So like, there's that, and like as good as Devontae is, Jamar Chase is better. Simply, like Devontae, very good player. Jamar is just Jamar.
There's a reason he got me both Puka Nacua and Jahmyr Gibbs earlier this year.
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
exactly.
that is true. Yeah. So if there's any final closing shit talk you guys want to give to the guys you're playing, go right ahead.
I don't have any shit talk for Nick. I will say to Robbie and Alex though is watch your back. You better win next week because you don't want to give me the bye. Nobody wants to play Rags Gritty Gang in the playoffs.
Yeah, let him know,
No.
Wes. Let him know.
It's probably gonna be me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much shit talk, honestly, I can do from my team standpoint at the moment. I'll give Kevin Hall a good luck the rest of the week. Hey, but I need to get my win. Simple as that. We'll see if it happens, but I'm very much hoping that my team puts the pedal to the metal here down the stretch.
I'm gonna do mine, Will. I'm gonna cement your ass in the Mayo Bowl. So there's that. Is it possible for him to get out of it? I don't even know. I think like he needs like 2 guys to lose out, which it's not
It's
possible.
if he loses, it's over because the 2 4-8 teams are playing each other. So
Yeah.
at that point, it's just he can't pass either whoever wins this game and Kevin Hall. Just can't happen.
Yeah. Like it's technically possible if he wins out,
Yep.
but it's highly unlikely. So yeah, if I beat him, yeah, it's send you to the Mayo Bowl, Will. Nothing personal. We're just trying to get that 3 seed,
True.
2-time champion at one point.
Hey,
Yeah.
This is a matchup of 2 back-to-back champions.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Here's
crazy to
fantasy
think
lore
about.
right there.
It's ancient history at this point.
Yep.
Hey, I'll be right there with you.
Yeah. All right, boys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the Hock Pacua Thanksgiving special episode on this gorgeous Black Friday in 3 different locations we're at. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, best of luck rest of the season, and I'll most likely see both. Well, I will see both you boys in the playoffs. So Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope to be there. I hope to see y'all.
Bad luck to you though this week, Dean. After that, you can have good luck.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, boys.
Divin' and Joker on the bitch. Divin' and Joker on the bitch. Divin' and Joker on the bitch. Divin' and what? Yeah. I got no Divin' and Joker on the bitch. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna none. Let me do a stitch. Yeah. That could possible bitch. Like what's the sitch? Like what's the sitch? I'm living like Millie, little bitch.